The valley slept beneath a perpetual twilight. A shroud of mist clung to the jagged peaks that encircled it, their shadows stretching like long fingers towards the valley floor. There, nestled amongst the encroaching darkness, lay Nyxara. It was a city out of time, its towering structures crafted from obsidian stone that seemed to absorb the fading light. The air hummed with an unsettling silence, broken only by the whisper of the wind through the empty streets. Legends spoke of Nyxara in hushed tones. Stories told by firelight, passed down through generations, warned of a city swallowed by shadow, a place where the sun dared not touch. It was said that the very stones of Nyxara held memories, echoes of a forgotten past that whispered to those who dared to listen. But the whispers were a siren's call, promising knowledge and power at a terrible price. Few had ever ventured into the valley and returned. Those who did bore the mark of Nyxara on their souls, a haunting reminder of the city's ethereal beauty and its terrible secrets. They spoke of a darkness that seeped into your bones, a cold that lingered long after you had left the valley's embrace. Nyxara was a city that haunted your dreams long after you had woken. The truth of Nyxara, however, was far more profound and far more terrifying than any campfire tale. It was a city intertwined with destiny, its fate bound to a celestial being of immense power, and its secrets once revealed would have the power to reshape the world. In the time before time, when the stars were young and the world was still being written, the people of Nyxara made a pact. They bargained with Solinth, a celestial being of unimaginable power, a being of pure starlight and cosmic energy. Solinth, they believed, held the key to their survival, the power to shield them from a threat that lurked in the shadows of the nascent world. The pact was sealed with an offering, not of gold or jewels, but of something far more precious, the very sunlight that bathed their city. Nyxara, once a beacon of light in a young world, was cloaked in a perpetual twilight. The sun's rays no longer reached its streets, replaced by the ethereal glow of Solinth's celestial presence. This pact, forged in desperation and hope, ensured Nyxara's survival. Solinth, bound by the agreement, shielded the city from the unseen threat. Generations passed, and the memory of the pact faded into legend. The citizens of Nyxara adapted to their twilight existence, their lives intertwined with the rhythms of the stars. But the pact, like all agreements made with beings of immense power, came with a price that would one day have to be paid. Alaric Vale was a man consumed. A cartographer by trade, his maps were renowned for their intricate detail and uncanny accuracy. But Alaric harbored a secret obsession, Nyxara. The forgotten city haunted his dreams, its obsidian towers and whispering streets beckoning him like a siren's call. He pored over ancient texts, deciphered faded scrolls, and collected fragments of lore, each piece bringing him closer to the city of his obsession. His colleagues dismissed his interest as mere scholarly curiosity. They warned him of the dangers, the legends that swirled around the forgotten city. But Alaric was undeterred. He felt an inexplicable pull towards Nyxara, a connection that ran deeper than mere academic interest. It was as if the city itself was calling to him, whispering his name on the night wind. One day, Alaric stumbled upon a breakthrough. An ancient map, hidden within the archives of a long-forgotten library, revealed the way. It depicted the valley, the encircling peaks, and at its heart Nyxara, drawn with a level of detail that suggested the cartographer had seen the city with their own eyes. This map, Alaric knew, was his key. It was his destiny. The journey was perilous. The path to Nyxara was fraught with danger, the terrain treacherous and unforgiving. Alaric braved treacherous mountain passes, navigated through dense, mist-choked forests, and crossed rivers that raged with icy fury. But he pressed on, driven by his obsession, the map his only guide. He arrived at the valley's edge as twilight deepened. The air hung heavy with an unnatural stillness, the silence broken only by the beating of his own heart. And there it was, Nyxara. Just as he had seen it in his dreams, its obsidian towers piercing the twilight sky. He had reached his goal, but a sense of foreboding settled over him. Taking a deep breath, Alaric descended into the valley. He passed through the city's gates, massive structures of obsidian carved with intricate designs that seemed to writhe and shift in the fading light. As he stepped into the city proper, he felt a strange shift within himself. It was as if he had stepped out of the world he knew and into something ancient, something other.